I did a video on why we seek emotionally unavailable people, you know. And in that video, I said we do that because that is what we are familiar with. We were raised by parents or caregivers or even environments that were physically present but emotionally absent, you know. So we don't know what emotional availability looks like. We don't know, for most of us, that is, we don't know what it is. What we are familiar with is emotional unavailability, and we struggle with that subconsciously. So the best way to attract, or to attract emotional available people, is by becoming emotional available, so that you can understand what emotional availability is, so that you can know what emotional availability looks like. It has to start with you. Don't expect it on other people. Don't just sit down, read books on what it means to be emotional available, and then now expect other people to be like that, yet you're not working on yourself. Theory can only take you so far, but if you haven't understood what that is, then it is going to be, you're going to struggle to apply it in reality, So here is how you can become emotionally available, so that you can be familiar with emotional availability. That way it can be easier to attract people who are emotional available. Becoming emotional available requires self-awareness, healing, and intentional effort, so that you can tap into your deeper connections, Number one, acknowledge and process your emotions. Recognize your emotional patterns and how you respond to different situations. Practice journaling. Journaling or even self-reflection is going to help you to identify your suppressed emotions, and make sure to accept that emotions are natural and necessary. They are natural and necessary for a meaningful relationship. Number two, heal your past wounds. Unresolved traumas will block your emotional openness. For as long as you have unresolved traumas, bro, it will be very difficult to become vulnerable, because you're on survival mode. And you have to forgive, bro. You have to forgive yourself. No matter what happened, you have to forgive yourself and forgive the people who were involved. Everyone did whatever they did with the information they had. No one had more information than whatever they had at that moment. So forgive yourself and forgive others. And make sure to seek therapy, or you can practice self-healing practices, or you can talk to trusted friends to help you process your past traumas. Number three, cultivate self-awareness. Understand how your upbringing, your past relationships, or even your personal experiences have shaped your emotional responses. Notice when you emotionally withdraw, and ask yourself why. Always angalia, notice them. And then always be honest with your fears, your triggers, and attachment styles. Number four, practice vulnerability. Start by expressing your feelings, your thoughts, your needs in safe spaces. And then, usisahau, embrace discomfort. Embrace discomfort, because being emotional available requires you to face uncertainty. And you have to trust that vulnerability strengthens relationships. It doesn't weaken them. Number five, build emotional regulation skills. Learn to manage your emotions without suppressing them or overreacting. There are practices like meditation, breathing exercises, mindfulness, that they really help with emotional regulation, And then avoid suppressing your emotions through distraction. Distractions like work, social media, or even unhealthy habits. Number six, strengthen your communication skills. Express your thoughts, your emotions clearly without shutting down. And then pia learn to listen. Not listening to answer. Learn to listen without assuming and judging. Just listen. That way you can encourage or promote a safe environment for safe communication, for honest communication. Number 7, develop trust in others. Most of the time, by the way, we become emotional and unavailable because of the fear of being abandoned or the fear of being hurt. So you have to build relationships with people that validate your emotions and respect them. And you have to remember that trust is built gradually, through consistency and honesty. Number 8, let go of control. For you to be emotionally open, you have to accept that you can't control every situation. There are some situations that are out of your control. So don't be there thinking now you have to control every situation. No, learn to surrender. Let go of control. And be present in your relationships. Rather than overthinking, what might happen, what are they doing? No. Be just present in your relationship, that moment, so that you can learn to experience your emotions as they come without shutting down. Number 9, practice self-love and self-care. I can't even emphasize that enough. Jipende. Love yourself, manze. Jipende. Practice self-love and self-care. The more you nurture your emotional well-being, the more you become available to others. Set boundaries to protect your emotional energy. And engage, my friend, engage in events or things that bring you joy and fulfillment. Love yourself, my friend. Jipende. And lastly, number 10, challenge your avoidance patterns. Recognize whenever you are emotionally shutting down or avoiding deep conversations. Question your fears about emotional intimacy, and take small steps in openness. Even if it feels uncomfortable at first, it's a journey. Take small steps. Emotional availability is not something that will happen overnight. As I had mentioned earlier, it is a journey of self-awareness, healing, and intentional effort. If you embrace your emotions, express them authentically, and allow others to do the same, then you're going to have a fulfilling and meaningful relationship. My people, heal.